The 2,070 meters long bridge pavilion across the Ebro River in Zaragoza, in Spain, is one of the most amazing creations of the architect Zaha Hadid. This bridge was made with the objective of connect the span from the river's south bank to the Expo site of 2008 on the north side. The Expo Bridge Pavilion refers to constructivist art, understanding constructivism as structures and space that suggest a virtually uncontrolled dynamism. It shows us what kind of bridges we can make in these times. It gives ingenious types of spaces to a construction that is not meant to be lived. This bridge offers a curving walk across the Ebro, an intriguing interior, and a spectacular twin-span exterior. The enclosed structure of the bridge gives to the Expo visitors a walk across the river in the shade. And it is very important to the people because in the Expo season, summer, the temperature in Zaragoza is of 40 Celsius degrees outside, but inside the pavilion is at least 5 degrees less. So, it seems to work as a beautiful parasol across the water in a hot city. The pavilion is organized around four main elements, or pods, that perform both as a structural element and as spatial enclosures, where each pod corresponds to a specific exhibition space. Expo Zaragoza originally envisaged the concept of an enclosed exhibition pavilion spanning the river. For this reason, the structure is largely visible and plays an important role in defining the bridge pavilion's external envelope. The bridge pavilion represents over 30 years of detailed research and examination by Zaha Hadid into bridge design. We like projects which are structurally ambitious, and I think the Bridge Pavilion illustrates the excellent symbiotic relationship we have with engineers, says the Pritzker Prize-winning architect. Our ambition towards creating fluid, dynamic, and therefore complex structures has been aided by technological innovation. And applying this knowledge to the Bridge Pavilion has been a very rewarding process. This pavilion is 275 meters long, and its outer skin has around 29,000 triangles made of innovative, sustainable materials. The structure of this pavilion promises to be the world-class because of its multi-level exhibition area focusing on water sustainability. The Bridge Pavilion design stemmed from the detailed examination and research into the potential of a diamond-shaped section, which offers both structural and programming properties. As in the case of space frame structures, a diamond section represents a rational way of distributing forces along the surface.
The Zaragoza Pavilion Bridge is a rigid frame bridge that has a length of 280 meters and a varying width and height up to 30 meters. As we saw in previous classes, a rigid frame bridge is one in which the piers and the girder are one solid structure and aren't separated like in a standard girder bridge. The structural basis of it is steel, and it counts with a single central support which supports almost half the weight of the pavilion, 7,000 tons, Think that forms a foundation of 72.5 meters of its central piles and a unique occurring system of the stilts spread between both streams of the river and the central sled that works as a principal support. Its form has by reference a twisted gladiolus over the river, and with its overlapping metal tablets as a covering evokes the form of a giant fish that seems to stretch on the Ebro. Inside the pavilion, Zaha Hadid has accomplished to get a uniform and unitary space in spite of having two floors that communicates themselves by ramps and without visual accidents, making a continuous space while the very form of the structure tries to twist it, creating some sort of balance. It looks like a science fiction interior with its wide luminous spaces, crystal doors that opens automatically, and undulating corridors. The skin of the building consists in a rhombus mesh that functions as a wire mesh that conforms the shape of the bridge, turning covering glass, and allows the vision of the Ebro River, and it recreates inside the building a natural microclimate. The lower area is composed of opaque panels. The construction of this bridge has raised enormous technical difficulties. One of them, because the whole pavilion was built in mainland, was carrying a 140-meter long, 2,000-ton part from the shore to the middle of the river. That means 125 meters of air traveling without any intermediate support. The work is of extraordinary plasticity, and the mix that the constructive architecture and sculpture is being shown here in a beautiful and monumental way. In this sense, its approaches to the organic architecture can be seen in the flower form and the appearance of the aquatic lizard.
For the design of the pavilion's external surface has been investigated the natural surfaces. Shark scales are fascinating paradigms both for their visual appearance and for their performance. Their pattern can easily wrap around complex curvatures with a simple system of rectilinear ridges. For the bridge pavilion, this proved to be functional, visually appealing, and economically convenient. The building's envelope played an essential role in defining its relation to the surrounding environment and atmospheric variations. The project has been designed to allow its interior to be thoroughly enlivened by the effect of atmospheric agents, such as the Tramontana wind blowing along the Ebro and the strength of Zaragoza's sunshine. Spatial concerns is one of the main drivers of this project. Each zone within the building has its own spatial identity. The nature varies from complete interior spaces focused on exhibition to open spaces with a strong visual connection to the Ebro River and the Expo. The Bridge Pavilion will be working as a museum for a long time, and it will remain as a symbol of the union between architecture and engineering.